You know
Yeah.
what's interesting about Soolking?
Mm.
In his early days, so I got on Soolking very early. I was paying attention to the reactions to like the fan base and what they had to say about him. And the early opinions about him was that he is not an Algerian, he is a French rapper who is from Algeria.
Right. Right.
And that was the original. But then when he blew up and just caught fire, and literally everything he touches turns into gold, then it suddenly became, oh, now he's completely Algerian who just happens to live in France.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That is true. I didn't even kind of relate. Didn't really think of the two. I think the first song I heard from Soolking was it was it was actually Milano, and also it was a song with Alonso, TRW,
Yep.
and I did the reaction together. I combined them because when I started making my reactions, it was two purely Algerian artists. It wasn't Algerian artists that lived in France. It was literally Phobia Isaac. It was Zedka. It was Didin Canon. It was all of these artists lived in Algeria. Adel Sweezy, and I was very much in that area. Like it wasn't, and I was hearing here and there Soolking, oh, do a reaction to Soolking, but it wasn't to the level where Adele Sweezy reactions were getting asked for, or getting.
Right. Yeah,
So
you had a very niche at that point.
yeah, exactly. So people were asking for it, but to the extent that it is now, it wasn't anywhere near that.
I
Um,
I remember my first interaction with Soul King actually when so somebody had sent me a some leaked footage about for his Rockstar album, and I
mm,
had about 20 seconds of three songs,
right.
and this was the real deal. And the person who sent it to me like swore me to secrecy, and I said it was really crazy, and I published the video just, but my intentions were really good, and they were pure in the sense where it was like, guys,
And
it's
if it's
only,
not like your
I
your
was
way.
promoting, I was helping market and build up the hype and the momentum for the release, and it was only 10, 15 seconds of three songs, but nobody else had it. And I remember I was at the gym and my phone went off, and I got a DM from Soul King, and he was like, I'm not going to talk about all the details about the conversation, but basically he was like, you published the video, and I would really like it if you didn't have it up because I want everybody to wait for it to be out at the same time. And I was just like, okay. Okay. I'm like, listen, like, so yes, I put up a small fight because I'm a small creator,
Yeah.
and I thought that it was a good video. I liked it, and I think the people liked it. And then he's like, no, take it down if you don't mind, blah blah blah. And so that was really eye opening for me, where it was like, what we do, I think, is really important if we do it properly.
Yeah.
And I don't like to call myself a reaction channel. I like to call myself more of an experience channel where if people click on my video, they know that they're getting Lucky Loush in the building. They have their tea, they have their coffee. It's a family reunion. You're going to watch something with me. We're going to go through it. We're going to talk about our thoughts. And it's not going to be like, I'm not going to be, spinning on my head every single video. I'm not going to be bouncing off of my chair and really exaggerating like some of these guys are doing. I'm not, and I'm also not going to like everything I hear. You
No.
know, somebody told me once. I remember somebody commented, Why does your friend always have a frown, or he doesn't seem like he's not into it?" And I blasted that person so hard, and I told them, I said, Els is an introvert, and he has his own way of taking in content and of soaking in information. I'm an extrovert, right? Like it's Bert and Ernie here, right? Like SpongeBob and Patrick. Like we make up for each other, and we're a good balance. But I love that he keeps me grounded because we're not gonna like everything we watch, and that's a huge misconception, right? Like people think that if they click on my video, it's gonna be like them watching somebody enjoy what they enjoy, and it's like, don't unsubscribe from me if that's what you think
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah. No, touching on kind of bringing other people into channels. So my sister's fiance, he came on to my channel, and it was actually a Soolking reaction. And he is, one, an introvert, maybe a bit like Els. he also studied music. So the way he kind of digests music is very different to how I digest music.
Love it.
He picks up on the beat. He picks up on kind of the instruments that are being used, the beat changes, like everything that you can in music. And for someone to do that, they really just want concentration and just to listen rather than just dance about or go crazy or whatever. And whereas me, if it's an upbeat song, I'm very much like, oh my God, this is so good. And I might be very expressive with it. So, you know, having someone else that's kind of like views, as in at the end, we both come to the same kind of maybe conclusion about what we think of the song, or I come up with my own kind of my take on it, and he comes up with his own take on it. But, you know, that's just, you know, you can't, not everyone's the same. We're not engineered kind of in the same way. We're not monkeys. We're not like, you know, we're not performing. And I think for me at the start, you know, for yourself, I know you speak 3 languages. So for you, it's, you know, the French is very kind of easy for you to pick up. And obviously English is easy for you to pick up. And then Arabic, if I'm not mistaken, is the other kind of of it. Whereas for me, for a very long time, my channel, I wasn't understanding most of what was going on. So what I could pick up on was the beat, was the visuals, and that was very much what I was talking about and what I was like, as in when it came to the end, when the conclusion was, what was your conclusion of the song? It was very much, oh, this is what I thought of the beat, and this is what I thought of the visuals for the song.
Exactly.
Because that's what you can do at that stage. So at that point, it's like, if you're just staring straight at a screen, it's very difficult for your audience to engage with you. I never put on a show, but if I actually enjoy the song, I will definitely, you know, have, you can see it. You'd be able to see it. But then with having the English, I think that helped me quite a lot, having kind of English translations to these songs. That really helped me, because it was like, at the same time, I wasn't offending people by the music I was listening to, because I was just breaking down what the lyrics said and what I thought of the lyrics, rather than, you know, really slandering the song without actually having any context to what it was about. Because then again, that is unfair as well. You can't really slander something without having full knowledge of what you're listening to some extent.
Right.
That's very unfair for me to like kind of really kind of come heavy at something which I had no kind of idea what purpose it served, what the context behind it was, and etc. etc. It was really funny, Loush. I don't know if you saw it. There's an Instagram page called Moroccan United.
Yep.
In that page, so you know when all the kind of diss tracks were going on from like Dizzy Druss, and you had Don Big, you had all these other artists. There was the page posted our reaction videos, and they and they also posted a guy called, I've forgotten his channel, but he like, they get high a lot in their videos. It's 2 brothers, not brothers, but like they got
with the dreads, and they
the whole movement. Yeah. And I think the video said people that actually understood what the video was about, and people that are just like,
no way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It was like a versus, like, look at the people that actually got the lyrics and what it was about, and then the people that actually was just nodding their heads and like, you know.
Wow, that's good. I like that. And you know, like, again, it's to each their own. There are some Moroccan and Algerian and Lebanese and Albanian potheads who just wanna kick it in the garage and watch a couple of African American guys just bob their heads. Hey, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Do you
have at it? You know, like, go nuts. But for me, it's a deeper experience, and that's another thing about my channel, is that I always prefer depth over width. And you know, I would much rather have 100 people happy with me and enjoy my content than 1,000 people that came for the wrong reasons and just wanted to see something else and whatnot. And so I'm always after a quality experience rather than a quantitative. Hey, maybe one day, you know, my videos will hit 1 million, or I'll start making 100 or 200,000 views per video. I don't know. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that if I can break down misconceptions, if I can celebrate the Middle East and North Africa, and if I can show the world who we are and where we're from with every video that I create, then I've done my job. There's going to be some odd times, like we did Eminem's Kill Shot because a lot of my audience was asking for it. So, you know, ask and you shall receive.
At that point, that was very viral. You know, that wasn't something that was. I don't think anyone felt any attachment to, as in they all wanted an opinion about it. I think it was. I think that kind of crossed borders. That crossed the borders for people just wanting to understand your thoughts on rap music because they know you're so good at dissecting it.